is Shernette Hunter, aka Cher Hunter. I just love to whip up some great vegan choices with a lot of my Jamaican culture influences. And the trick with the oil, like that my aunt used to teach me a lot, she was like, the oil has to be hot. It has to be really, really hot. Just want to get enough garlic. Right. And I think that's going to be enough. Kind of takes in there, so kind of leave it in there. What I like to do is then I like to add a little bit of the salt. The women in our family weren't really big on callaloo, but really big on spinach. But it's really all about the seasoning. If you're not seasoning it right, you know, you're not really gonna get that yumminess that you want to get out of it. Melt down and get yummy inside of this. Love onions, love onions. If you don't work with onions in your food, there's something wrong with you. Not really supposed to disturb the rice. That's what my aunt would say. Don't disturb the rice, you know, just kind of let it do its thing. You're not really supposed to mess with the rice too much once it gets going. You know, I disturb the rice. And then you got your bell peppers here. What? It's going down. Anytime you get a green bell pepper and it's seasoned really well, like, oh my goodness, it's just the best. Put a little habanero in there for a little kick. Just the shell, not the stem. The stem is gonna go into the rice. So I think we're gonna get started on the soup. Get those ingredients going. It's gonna be so good. Garlic is the base. A little bit of salt. And I like to add the onion in at this time with the garlic. Okay, so that's really starting to. Just take a nice. So then some tomatoes are next. Just make it a nice little cozy habitat for them. Snuggle in with the corn and the onion and garlic. They look happy. The real deal. Rustic. Chunk. Mama style. So chunks. Just for a variety of texture. You know, tomatoes got some roommates in there. Some new roomies. I mean, it's really just, and I just love those big chunks of tomatoes. Okay, check this out. Ooh. That's a yummy goodie cooked. Plantain, just a little lime. Currently, I'm in school full time, studying broadcast journalism, ultimately looking at your next CNN anchor, even be somewhere on the E network, who knows. I feel like broadcast, just journalism itself, it kind of is a way for you to learn what's going on around you, find out all the information you want. I'm like that. I love to just find out. Check it out for these plantains, man. I was so offended when I found out, like, other countries.
Right?
Right? How dare you cook with plantains? What you know about plantains?
Bullshit.
That hurt my heart, man. I'm telling you, you can't go wrong with a good fried plantain. Gotta do a little dance. Wow, that's looking good. So let's put it in this gumbo. Secret weapon. This is what's gonna set the whole show off. It's like a bomb being dropped. Voila. Just so yummy. Some yummy potato and corn. We had fried plantain, of course, because no meal is complete without fried plantain. What are you talking about? Some amazing callaloo. Literally 30-45 minutes and you have a complete meal. All right, well, thank you so much for having me. Bye.
Hey, I'm Victoria Ratuga, and I'm an actress, a model, and a pit bull lover. So we are going to be making kind of a springtime corn dish with a bunch of awesome vegetables. I like extremes in general, so I tend to like either like really quirky, neurotic, funny comedy, or really angsty, dark, emotional stuff, because those go so well together. You know, anything you get to do that is different outside of like your normal life and on the extremes, I feel like is fun. Deep, deep, deep. That's what he said. The first film projects I did, it was like me and all these dudes on set. I was the only female. Because it was, yeah. And they made so many penis jokes about the boom mic that like at first it was funny and I was, you know, amused because I'm basically a dude and I have a stupid sense of humor. But by the end of that movie, like 5 months in, if I heard another penis joke about the boom, I was like, no more penis jokes! The joys of being a girl on set. I don't know. So I like to cook with coconut oil because it's a superfood. Nope. I mean, damn.
Pump, pump, pump it up.
I love the smell of garlic and onions cooking because it's such a simple smell, but it's so delicious. Shucking corn. Mother shucker. Cornies. Cornies. Little cornies. When I don't know, was little, we went to the Santa Monica Pier. It was like a, you know, little random hole-in-the-wall restaurant there. And the menu, like everything that should be singular was plural and everything that should be plural was singular. So it said corns on the menu and nacho. And you got maybe one chip with some cheese and beans on it. Word. Wee! See, he makes beats too. You make music like squeaky squeaky. Oh. See? Little DJ. Here we go. That's a good one. I've actually never cooked before. What do I do with this? Slice. Whee! So I am a volunteer with Best Friends Animal Society and NKLA, which is like their initiative they started a few years ago. They have a shelter in West LA now. They have these huge adoption events and they do them twice a year. Usually it's like April, May, or October, November. And it's been close to 2,000 animals that have found their homes from there. And basically they help people keep their pets so they don't have to put them in the shelter, because a lot of times it's people who can't afford it, they get sighted because they haven't spayed or neutered, or they have medical issues. I'm a huge animal lover. I definitely, if I find out somebody has a pit bull, I like them more. Like I can't help it, I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, oh, you have a pit? Same thing with going to US. Alright, good enough. Corn tosser. I feel like that is either a Shakespearean insult or slang that's gonna catch on. It was the old corn tosser, hey? Game of Thrones insult? My dream is to be naked on an HBO show. Mushrooms! Actually get it in there. It is pretty. Seasoned rice with jasmine. Like from a health standpoint, like all the soy and all the stuff in tofu, like that's really bad for you, especially if you're a woman, you have hormone issues, whatever, like the amount of, so yeah. You know, everyone has to do what works for them. Mushrooms! Like observing the acting. I kind of watch everything with that eye, you know what I mean? It kind of changes the way that I watch things because I'm appreciating it from just a general viewership standpoint, and then also I'm looking like at the really amazing performances. But I'm gonna go back to Breaking Bad, but I think Breaking Bad, the acting is like absolutely unbelievable on that show. We lost a broccoli soldier. We can rebuild him. 5-second rule. Mom loves to chop. She says chopping is like therapy. Look how colorful and pretty. Serious. Serious. I like it. A little sea salt, a little curry powder, paprika. Alright, onions is bad boy. I feel like the world would be so much better if just people weren't assholes. The world, according to Vic, there's one commandment, and it's don't be a dick. Ah, phallic symbols. So seriously, cucumber with lemon and a little bit of sea salt is like so simple and a delicious snack, especially on a hot day. Oof, I love it. Oh, we are live. Fuck it, I'll do it live. So what we have created is basically a stir fry with some summer vegetables and corn and some herbed rice and a nice little taco with some beans, some salsa, some green onions and cilantro and a little bit of soy cheese and then some cucumber with lemon to round it all out. Victoria Majuga, signing out.